Happy Friday and welcome back to Drinking by My Shelf. My name's Emma and I have officially been trash on BookTube for 4 years. 4 years of trash. 4! Technically 3 years and 364 days because my BookTube birthday is actually tomorrow, but as of tomorrow, it'll be my 4-year BookTube birthday. Cheers to that! So to celebrate the fact that I've now been doing this for 4 whole years, I thought I would do the BookTube birthday tag, which was created by Average Joe Reads. I will link his original video below. And his first question is, how many years on BookTube are you celebrating? If you weren't listening, it's 4. The second question is, what has motivated you to keep making videos? Which is a harder question because I'm not entirely sure of the answer. I think, cheesy as it is, the reason I've kept making videos is because of you guys, because it is so lovely having a whole extra community of people to talk to who chat back. I love reading the comments. I read every single... Oh, I just hit my beer with my ring really hard. I love reading the comments. I read every single comment that I get. So I think the audience is a massive part of it, but not the only part. I love video editing. That's why I did this, is I wanted some little projects to edit, and I genuinely find it so soothing and relaxing, which is funny because I know some people absolutely hate editing, but I feel like I'm at my calmest and happiest when I'm just like sitting there, earphones in, editing a video, staring at my own face. I just really enjoy it. Even if I didn't upload them, I think I would still make videos. I've always made videos. Ever since I was a teenager, at school, I always made videos of my friends. I made videos of family holidays. They didn't go anywhere. They didn't go on the internet. I just loved making them. So I think it's a combination of I do this shit anyway, and then I'm motivated to keep uploading them and keeping a regular schedule and stuff because I so appreciate the feedback that I get from you guys. Question 3 are, what are 3 of your favourite videos you've made in the past year and why? Oh, that's hard. I like a lot of my videos. I mean, that's why I make them, because I like them. But if I had to pick 3, I think the 24-hour readathon that I did with my sister of reading The Princess Diaries is one of my favourites. I also am really proud of that first ever 24-hour readathon I did of A Series of Unfortunate Events, because it was that was the hardest one. It was the hardest one to do. It was hardest to stay up. It was the hardest to edit because I was figuring out this new style. So I'm really, really proud of that one. But I think my favourite video of that 24-hour readathon series I've done is the Princess Diaries one, because we just had such a fun day and I genuinely think that video is hilarious, if I say so myself. So that would be one. I really liked the video I made about Louisa May Alcott and whether or not they were trans, or what identity they might have had by today's standards. That was a video I was a little bit nervous to upload because obviously I'm not an expert, but I really liked making it. I'm kind of obsessed with Little Women and with Louis Alcott, as they like to be known. So yeah, I really liked that video. And what would my third one be? I'm just going to have a quick look at my videos. I really enjoyed the video that I made in Greece last year with my dad and my sister, where we all talked about books we'd read on that holiday. I thought that was fun. Basically, whenever I'm filming with my family or with RG, I always really enjoy those videos. But I haven't done that many with RG within the last year. I was just going back and finding some I loved with him, but they were more than a year ago. So yeah, I'm going to say those are my top 3. I will link to all of them below. Question 4 is, what have you struggled with in BookTube in the last year and how did you overcome that struggle? I think, if anything, I probably struggled with having a job that was making BookTube videos, as well as having my own BookTube channel and trying to differentiate those, and also having my job be my hobby. Sometimes that has been a struggle, but I've overcome it just because ultimately I love doing these videos. I love making them. I love talking to a camera. I love editing it. So the fact that it's my job is just too good to be true. So while there are some downsides, it's mostly good, and I've overcome the struggle of just by registering the fact it's good. More recently, ever since my subscribers have grown, I've struggled with not feeling quite as personal a connection with my audience, because before, when it was a smaller group, I felt like I knew everyone who commented, whereas now a lot of people comment, and I've started to notice people don't comment saying you anymore. People comment saying she, as if they assume I'm not going to read it and reply, which is funny because it's not my views are that high. But that always I find that strange. I don't like feeling so detached, and I also don't like the fact that I can't reply to every comment anymore. It's too much. And I miss kind of engaging with people more. And I guess I also struggled with, ever since I set up my Patreon and stuff, it just feels like more pressure. It no longer feels like something that I could just pause from for a month if I wanted to. Now it's people are actually paying me for this. I have to keep providing them what they wanted. So it does feel a bit more pressure. But I've overcome that just by talking through it with people in my real life. I talk to RG a lot about it, asking for help when I need it, and just knowing that ultimately you guys are great. And if I ever did have to take a break for whatever reason, I'm sure people would actually be understanding. But I don't want to because I'm having a good time. Question 5. Choose one moment from the past year on BookTube that you would love to relive. Well, probably I am going to say it was when I hit 10,000 subscribers. Not because I hit 10,000 subscribers, but just because it was such a fun day, because we could see it coming. So I was getting excited counting down. And then when I hit 10,000, RG took me to like a little kids shop in town, and we bought those big foil balloons, a 1 and a 0, so that we could take an Instagram picture. And just that experience of like walking back from that shop holding these massive great helium balloons that were floating, and everyone was staring at us, and I think assuming that we were having like a kid's birthday party or something. It was just really fun. And then also the experience of taking the pictures. I'll put like some of the outtakes up here. We just had a really fun time. So I think that whole few days when I saw it was coming and then when we were celebrating it was really fun. And also maybe relive that moment. I know I'm now just talking a lot about like numbers when I've said that it's not about numbers, but the numbers are exciting. So I'm just going to mention them. The moment when my first 24-hour readathon started to take off in a way that none of my videos had done before. So I think before then, my most viewed video on my channel at all had like 5,000 views, and that was an old video that had been there for years and had like slowly built up 5,000, and most things were much lower than that. And when I uploaded the Series of Unfortunate Events readathon, nothing really happened at first. Like it got the exact same number of views it usually would in the first day. But the second day, I noticed something was weird because it then got that same number of views again, whereas usually you have like, the first day you get loads and then it goes down. And then that just kept happening, like every day in a row, it just got the same number of views again. So I was like, this is kind of cool. And then suddenly, it was on the Saturday, I was actually going off to do a careers fair at my old school. So I was like on the train, I didn't have much signal, most of the day I was out of action talking. But every now and then I would check in on my phone and was like, oh my god, something's happening here. Because it was suddenly spiking up. And that evening I then went out to the pub with some of my friends. And I never at that point really talked about my YouTube channel with my in real life friends. Like they all knew it existed, but I didn't really talk about it that much. And I remember like being there and being like, guys, this video's hit 7,000 views. And I've never had a video hit that before ever, especially not within the first week. And I even like texted some friends being like, this is a weird boast, guys, but I've just had a video that's hit 7,000 views. What's really, really weird is that video is now on 82,000 views and still growing. But that excitement of that first video starting to grow and that kind of realisation of like, oh my god, something's happening with this video was so cool, and I would probably relive that moment. Number 6, shout out a huge supporter of your channel. Oh, there's so many of you guys who are so great, but the first person that came to my mind just now is Leanne from Literary Diversions. She is so brilliant. She's such a big supporter of this channel, and also she supports me over on Book Break. She's one of my patrons. I always see her on my live shows, and she's just like a really lovely friend in real life as well. We've never actually met in real life, but we have chatted over WhatsApp and had like FaceTime. And I just think she's a brilliant, beautiful person. Her own channel is also fantastic. She does these really funny videos, and especially when lovely wife Helen appears in the videos, she's great as well. So yeah, thank you, Leanne. You've been a great supporter over the last few years. Question 7 is, what's the best book you've read in the past year? But that's too hard. I've read so many 5-star reads, and also I can't remember the last 12 months. I'm just going to say the first thing that comes to mind. This might not be the actual best book I've read in the last year, but Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens was absolutely fantastic. I read that one with my book club that I have in real life with my friends, and we all unanimously loved it. And I really want to read it again. I've made my whole family read it, and they've all loved it. I actually think everyone I know who's read this book has loved it. It's absolutely beautiful. So there you go. That's one of the best books I've read in the past year. Question 8 is, where do you see your channel in a year's time, and what do you hope to have achieved? Oh, that's hard. I've got no idea. I really, really have no idea, because it feels like my channel's changed so much in the last few months that I can't really predict anymore where it's going to go. What I hope to have achieved is I hope to still be enjoying it as much as I am now. I hope to have come up with some like more creative new ideas, because I love inventing like new games and stuff to play on this. So I hope to have come up with some more ideas. I do hope you guys are still watching. I'll keep making these videos as long as I enjoy them, which isn't dependent on the numbers, but is really fun having lots of people watching and then chatting back to me about them. So I hope you guys are still there. And yeah, I hope to just keep feeling really proud of the videos that I make. Cheesy. The final question is to tag someone else whose BookTube birthday is coming up, but I've got no idea when your guys' BookTube birthdays are. So if that applies to you, I tag you, and please comment below that you did the video because I will definitely go and watch. So thank you so much to everyone who's been with me over the last 4 years, whether you just joined recently or if you were there. If you were there from the beginning, please comment, because that would be so interesting. If there was anyone who was there from 4 years ago. Does anybody remember when my channel used to be called Books and Boobs? That would be a true from the beginning supporter. So happy BookTube birthday me. I've put a little playlist here of some of my most popular videos as like a little highlights reel of things that I've done. But yeah, it's been a great 4 years. To another 4 years. Will YouTube even exist in 4 years? Probably not. See you next time.